Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be taking a look at Crowdstrike Holdings. Now, Crowdstrike is a end-to-end security company for IT. Now, a lot of companies use this. Microsoft even use them. And I don't know if you remember, last year when every airport in the world broke down, that was because of Crowdstrike, and everybody used their security system, and it fucked up. And as you can even see that in the graph here. So yeah, it is a cybersecurity company that has end-to-end solutions and is one of the largest in the world, and quite a nice company if you ask me. Now let's take a look at the graph here. As I mentioned last year, when they were the main part of reason of many airports in the world shutting down, as you can see, the stock tanked a lot of trading all the way down from almost 400 all the way down to 213, if not even lower. Now since then, it has regained quite a lot, but then recently we did have this dip, and we did have, as you can see, this red line here. Did have this death cross here, and it's been trading downwards ever since. Now we have seen quite nice gains ever since. As you can see today, it is up 4.7%, which is insane. Now the reason it did drop was because the earnings, but even though the earnings were 20% above what is anticipated. So quite strange if you ask me, of course. I'm not the reason that it fell down. Now, recently we have seen this rebound. I do like this rebound because the fact that we did see it tumble a bit before earnings, that is not unusual completely. Some people usually don't trade too much close to earnings because they don't know what is going to come. But then we did have this positive earnings and it fell down. Oh, my mistake. And then it did fell down. Now we have seen some regaining a bit of strength. I do like that also because it did fall through a support line here, as you can see. We did have this support line here of tops and bottoms right here. This, as you can see, we do have some tops and bottoms here. It did fall below that point here, but we are trading in that now. And as you can see, right at this moment, we are trading at the top of this breakthrough and support line here. Now, I do like that quite a lot, also because if we make it a bit bigger, this line, you can see it is almost on par with this one over here at 390. It's not completely, we would have to draw a new line here, but it just doesn't match totally. So it would be an old support level, it would break through or breakthrough point. Now the RSI for this recently has been quite nice, mainly in the upper channel here. Of course, seeing this dip and this dip here, we do see quite low RSI. But as you can see, we do regaining, and we are currently today have a breakout up here in the upper body of the RSI. It is trading, as you can see here, plus 4.5. Still, it is quite high today, which is quite nice. Now, as you can see, the earnings here, they have had quite nice earnings these past few times, even plus 14.9 and 20.2%. So quite nice at the moment. As you can see, their earnings, sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad. As you can see, some years they lose a ton of money, some years they rake in a lot of money. But it is a fairly new company, and a lot of companies in the IT world, of course, don't make a lot of money early because they need to get volume before they make money. But as you can see, they did make money in 23, but in 24 they lost a bit of money. Now, if we take a look at the later quarters, as you can see, it did make quite a lot of money. Then we did have the unfortunate incident with the airports, and of course, they did lose a bit of revenue here, also because their margins went down because they lost quite a lot of sales. Now, as you can see, their seasonals are quite nice. As you can see, it is a quite new company. It was only founded in 2019, so it has been performing quite nice. As you can see, in 2020, it was up 320%, almost like Cloudflare, to be honest. If you want to see a video on Cloudflare, I have another one on my channel. Now in 23, it was up 147%, 24, 38%. Now it is up 6.4% for the year, which is quite nice. So yeah, overall quite nice, but we can't really take these into consideration all that much simply because it is such a new stock. Now, if we take a look at the technicals here, it is a buy. Even in the month, it is a strong buy. Now, I do like that, and that is also because, as you can see, even though it has fallen down a bit, the strong buy is we did recently have a golden cross, which has since been cancelled by a death cross, of course. But as you can see, it's stabilized on some lines here, which is quite normal, which is one of the reasons the technicals behind this says it's a buy. Now, for the day, it is a buy, and the week, still a strong buy. I don't personally own any CrowdStrike at the moment. I have done prior, but I do think it is a quite nice stock in the cybersecurity space, and I think it is going to be a stock that is going to be quite nice in the later years. Now, is it a bit overvalued? I think it's a slight bit overvalued. I think it needs to stabilize quite a bit. I just simply think comparing it to its peers like Cloudflare is a bit too expensive. So unless their competitors scale in stock price or they at least slow down a bit, I do think it's a bit overpriced. Personally, I think it is more around 240 is the correct price point, but that is simply my own opinion, of course. As you can see, the analysts don't agree with me on this one. As you can see, we have a lot of strong buys, some 7 buys, 11 buys, holds, and 1 sell. Now, that 1 sell could be me. I wouldn't say strong sell, but I just think it's a bit too overvalued. As you can see, over the past 2 years, it has simply increased way too much, way too fast. Unless we see some stabilizing where it simply just trades all the way out here, just flat for some time, I don't really want to get into it because it is just so expensive, and as you can see, they don't make that much money. But again, IT companies like this don't, but I think it's just a bit too expensive, so I'm not that big of a fan. Now, the volatility curve is quite nice in this, taking into comparison. It is a tech company, it is only at 68%, so that means the volatility, as you can see, it has been low, it has been quite a high, it also has been lower, but the volatility is quite nice comparing it to a normal IT company. Now, as I told you before, as you can see here, the analyst it has 32 has strong buy, but also I know that it is quite a large company within the cybersecurity area, but I don't like it personally. Now, if you want to see more videos like this where you get my analysis on companies, please don't forget to like and subscribe.